song, like a song, like a song, like a song now.
Once upon a time, there was a whale. This whale took to the ocean. It was like an oceany wave, but the ocean was right by the city line. And the city line, well, the whale wanted to climb onto the city line, and so he decided to go underneath a boat. And he went underneath the boat. He hid underneath the boat as it came toward the shore. And as the boat came toward the shore, he peeked out from underneath it. He was like, yes, it's my time. And so he hopped onto the shore, and then he went over to the city, and he was like, oh, this is a beautiful city. But maybe it's a wondering as to he's a whale. How is he on land right now? Well, what he did, he climbed the rope to the top, and he covered his entire body inside of the beach sand. And the beach sand, well, it protected him. It provided him with this layer of camouflage. He became the sand whale. He was the sand whale. And so he was able to go all over the city. There were various pedestrians who looked his way, but no, there is no way for him to be judged because he managed to get all the way into the city line because his goal was the bell tower. He wanted to climb in there and ring the bell himself, but with his tail. Yes, because he thought that would be pretty cool. And so he climbed up to the whichever building had the bell, and he managed to get inside, and he worked his way through many staircases, flopping his way up the staircases, and then he found the bell tower. Oh, but he managed to climb the stairs, the thing that everyone says floppy fins may not be able to, but he did. And then he did it, and he rang the bell, and then it caused a splash of water. The bell started to rust because he was kind of still wet underneath the sand. And but it wasn't just rust, it was a colorful rust. It was this rainbow rust that just developed all over the bed. Ooh, fancy. Yes. And that is the whale. Everyone looked at the bell and was like, oh, it actually looks kind of nice now. And thus it became the special bell in remembrance of the whale. And the whale lived happily ever after. The end. He sailed to the clouds. Whoa.
Probably just finish the white and just continue the snow down. Yeah. A squawker above head. A bird somewhere. Birds. I have a different orange. It made a different shade. Will I be able to find a similar orange? Not the only orange. What do you know? Those are my feet. Let's put you back. Okay, so we have Mr. Whaley. This is the grand finale. While I boringly do this. But wait. Okay, be patient here. Be patient. We have my garland underneath and his beautiful skyline. You can clearly see where I sat down. It's a little dusty compared to that side. I went with my feet today. So we have my snowflakes all around. Beautiful. We have Mr. Whaley right here sailing between the beautiful city line. Buildings themselves are very unwindowy. Maybe I'll just satisfy. Most skyscrapers are mostly just window. Are just a giant glass pane of glassness. Yeah. But I put a window. It's beautiful. Tell where I switched between the oranges. This guy ran out. Or because I didn't have any purple, orange. Blue and orange are very opposite of colors. This is more red-like. This is more orange-like. But between the colors... Well, am I destroying it? I think I'm destroying it by just wobbling all around it. Let's not walk on it anymore. My feet are very covered. Okay. Remember this for years to come, where my feet stepped. Beautiful. Beautiful. My sculpting journey of 2D spaces. A world where whales ride on top of snow, on top of Christmas. Parade. You know, this reminds me of a parade float. Floats will be like this. They have like a random... imagery and the garland around the edge of the train. It kind of looks like the car because that's like the front of the car. That like engine part. I don't know why does it look so much like a truck now. Like this part looks like a truck. But then the whale's just like there. Decoration in the center. And then we have the end of the truck, which doesn't really look like the end of a truck, but you know. The end of a truck is just like that. I made a parade float. And I'll see you in the clouds because they're up there. Kaomi out. And I'm gonna remember this moment forever. This is the wall that I started painting a while back. They will be transformed. Okay.
In the universe, there was the painter. She took a little stroll down the grassy pathway. There were different branches all around. Oh, she lifted up the bucket. It was a little walkways down the pathway. Where could it be next? Oh,
Sorry, tear.
but there were ideas filling the mind. It was a rainbow style, and yet it was all blanked in white. It was a little white mask, a mask of immense whiteness. Was it a white box? Maybe it was a
Back. He will.
white box. Just painting an entire tree
Hello.
white. Painting this tree white, we would make it into a one-sided figure, and then it could be painted into the sky. Well, there would be many different colors, like the paint.
I just like paint and holding paintbrushes. It kind of reminds me of a pencil, but as if I had a rainbow tip. What if pencils had rainbow tips though? Then you'd be able to know, quite literally, what they could do. It's a tiny spider. Do you see him? He's right there.
Brush, it would lather against the surface. It would be a bumpy surface, a little fast surface, but all the different colors would be coated all around. Fancy. But then what if she looked up at the sky and she was like, you know what? I want to go up there because this is all the cloud that I'm painting. It's white down below.
I'm gonna get real up close with the fly here. Oh, come on, he flew away. Is there any other animal? That's a leaf.
And so I'll go up there. She climbed the stairway all the way to the top of the house. And from there, she went to the chimney. She tried to jump up and instead she jumped in. Yeah. She tripped and fell into the chimney. But no, not gonna trip into the chimney because while she tumbled down, she climbed back up the chimney because she decided, no, I don't want to use the front door. That's not even a possibility here, because there was no front door. And so she went back up the chimney, and then from there she was like, okay, well, I can use a tree. And so there was a tree right beside her house. She leapt to the tree, and she was a monkey in this way. Very French.
I like painting stuff.
From one tree to the other, and from there she twirled about the tree several times, and that caused all the leaves to torpedo all together, and they made a compiling tree, and well, she was able to climb the leaves like a beanstalk all the way up to the clouds. From there they were in tornado style, but the tornado crashed, and so she was left in the clouds. She glanced down over the clouds. Where could she go now? Yeah. So instead of that, she decided that she would explore the clouds. So she started clumping them up in little fluffy balls. She was like, this stuff kind of looks like a sport. So then she started throwing the clouds back and forth in her hands, started juggling them like a 3-clouded circus. And she started...
The camera lens like my fingers, but he didn't. Yes, but it's nice
doing that, and it was actually quite an entertaining task for her little brain. However, the cloud, it started to melt because
just an ordinary occurrence. An everyday occurrence. An everyday occurrence.
the sun came up above. Yes, she started her day at night. Now it is day. And where could she stand now? Oh no, the cloud was just melting. It was melting like an ice glacier down with the lands below. Where could she land now? Well, she just ran as the cloud melted. She ran down the pathway. Where could she go? She looked back and forth all around. There was no other place. She screamed to the air, "Sun, I will get you for this." And so there she found an ant and she blew it off.
Literally thought someone was standing there. And after you finished, You can celebrate. This is actually working. It's just art. I painted something. Hello, spider. They're climbing toward my finger. Yeah, I'm gonna put him in the plant. Okay. Look at these weird light angles, you know? It's kind of interesting to have the lamp right below your head. Ooh.
Oh, we're getting real up close here with these nostrils.
Bye. 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 See you in the clouds. Kaomi out. Whoosh. That's a thought. He probably doesn't think much thoughts, but I do. Make it good.
Whoop.